So
I
yeah,
got
I mean, I hope you guys want some of those.
I got another.
What?
Well, you're gonna have to look at ARLP.
I don't think I took that one. Ooh, did you guys open this one some other time?
And what you want to do is look at the 417.30 calls on that puppy.
Yeah, okay. Oh, you haven't opened it yet. String me
Nope.
up.
I've
Force it.
been saving it all day long, chomping at the bit.
Ooh, that is a good one. What's the deal with these guys?
Uh, I think, I mean, this is a coal company.
Oh,
They
okay.
they produce basically almost 6% of the US coal. They're like BTU, Peabody Energy,
Yeah.
and this is Alliance Resources. And I think they're going to continue to move up. I think they're going to, with the oil plants that we got and everything like that, they're opening up coal plants and everything like that. And I think they're going to continue to move.
You like them better than BTU?
I love BTU, and I like this one too. I just saw the 17 the 417.30 calls that has good open interest and good volume. I'm surprised it didn't come up in free ride. I was looking at it in your free ride. I was like, why aren't you
Yeah,
there?
did it not? That is interesting. I don't know
No,
why
it didn't.
sometimes these get missed. I honestly don't.
I don't know
Um,
why it didn't show up there. But
all right, I'm down, dude. 50, 60 cents.
yeah, they were like 50. Well, they were 50 when I was looking at them. These 60 now.
They're 60 now, yeah.
Okay. ARLP. Yeah,
ARL.
midpoint 60. We can might be able to get a little cheaper than that.
Yeah,
But
we can
yeah,
try.
in fact, when I was looking at the volume was 600. Now it's 1,000.
People are piling in.
Yeah.
30 call. ARLP, is that it?
ARLP.
Dude, Iran is trying to recruit me or something. This girl in a burqa just hit me up on Telegram. Just wanted to say hi and see how you're doing. Like, get out of here. Delete. Um, all right, let's see if we can get in for like 60 cents. Ooh, it's ticking up. 63.
I got 60.
You got 60? Let's see if I can get it. Oh, I got 62. All right. Um, FNMA. Hmm. What is that? FNMA. FNMA. Oh yeah. I've been reading about them. Yeah, dude. They're not looking hot, are they? Barry picked up 15 of those at 59 cents. Oh, wow. Yeah, man. So dude,
Ooh.
not not good stuff for the markets. I got to be honest. I mean, I will say I was right. We closed below. Well, let's see. I don't know. Maybe we'll close above the weekly, but I mean, if we do close on tomorrow below this 20, I said it last week that we were in danger of this, and we got maybe down here 605, 600s to go, so could erase the entire summer session. Um, and then Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, we had the lowest. What was it? The lowest housing. What was the number today? Lowest new sales since '09 or something.
Yeah, I heard something like that.
New home sales tanked 71%. Okay. No, 17%, sorry. Most in 12 years. So that was crazy. So housing's not looking great. Gotta be honest. Um, we're closing. We're looking to close below the 200 on the daily, which is wild. Um,
On the S&P?
yeah.
Fair
So
market territory, man.
yeah,
Whoa.
we've erased since September, which is always interesting to put it in perspective. September doesn't feel like that long ago. We were only at 650s. Um, yeah, dude, look at that. We're below the 200. It's cray cray. Um, that now that we are, think about some puts. Uh, Generally, think about some puts. Honestly, I mean, yeah, maybe you missed the initial downturn. That's fine, but this hasn't happened since 2020, since May. I mean, it hasn't happened since May. I mean, I would say that it's not like May wasn't a structural thing either. This is not a structural thing either, though. Like May was the tariffs. I don't know. I mean, it generally, recovers quickly. Tends to have recovered quickly over the past, but you can take a couple weeks. So it all just depends on how much we fall. Um, on the weekly, I mean, you see that like when it does sell off, you know, the weekly we're just crossing over. So again, we could have 605 in the future here. If not, if not lower than that, 542. So yeah, I don't know. Be cautious. I mean, George Carlin. Yeah. Um,
I'm joking, by the way, if you guys can't
there's
tell.
not guys and gals, there's not it's not Trump's fault. We were talking about this stuff. What's going to cause the market to keep on going up? We've been talking about this since at least this year, maybe even
Yeah,
before.
I'll agree.
And credit issues are a thing. The private credit market is melting down. Did you ever find those tickers that Bank of America said they were shorting?
So I looked. I even asked Grok to like scroll through all of X and see if it
Uh-huh.
could find anything. And Grok said that there's no credible report or evidence of them accidentally doing it. But it looks like they published research notes with a lot of sector recommendations, stock picks, and baskets for clients. There was like a cheat sheet they published
I
a
know,
few
that's what I was
weeks
looking
ago.
for.
Um, and it looked like they gave 17 European financial stocks, including banks like AXA, Legal and General, Aviva, and Aegon, as shorts due to private credit shocks exposure,
Oh,
estimating 30% downside versus U.S. peers. So apparently they withdrew that recommendation shortly after due to factual inaccuracies. So I don't know. It seems like maybe they put something out there they shouldn't have and then tried to say it wasn't true.
hey, so you mentioned some tickers. Are there any, you answered some companies. Are there any tickers for those companies?
Let me see. Let me ask my good buddy Grok.
Let's do it.
I mean, I've been wanting to short JPM for a while. I think I should have stayed in my puts that I had. They probably would have been paying. What's JPM look like from it? Split down to.
What are you saying?
Okay, here we go. So here's the ones. So I'm gonna put them in the chat. So there's DB, which is one of them.
Oh,
So
Deutsche, okay,
DB,
Deutsche
Deutsche
Bank, of
Bank.
course.
Then there was Partners Group Holding, and that's on the Swiss exchange. So that's not gonna work. There's AXA SA, which are on the Euro exchange. Legal and General Group, which is on the London exchange, and Aviva, which is on the London exchange, and then there's one that's on the US exchange. It's Aegeon NV, and their ticker is AEG. So DB and AEG are the two that we found.
Well, AG is not going to have crap for options.
And DB's already kind of selling off too.
Actually, they did. It's interesting.
So those were the two. It was an accidental reveal of a secret internal short list.
What? So go to DB, guys, and take a look at the $27 puts on April. That's crazy.
Um,
6,000.
And 30 yesterday.
Wow.
I know. Do you want? I mean, okay. So Jeff, did you know? Okay, so basically, all these private credit funds. So it's a pretty interesting. I don't know. I think it's interesting. I kind of like this stuff. If I do bore you guys watching, let me know. But basically, there's called interval credit facilities, and following Dodd-Frank in 2020, 2008, or when was that? 9, whatever. After the GFC, the Dodd-Frank Bank Reform Act, like every government regulation, or most of them at least, under the auspices of making things fairer and more equal, it made things less fair and less equal and more onerous. Case in point, what they did is they stopped bottom market and middle market banks from making lending, from basically lending to businesses. So, and middle market companies. So, you got a $20 million software company, used to be your local, Zion Bank or whatever, would give you a debt facility, give you some money. You could do it there. You can't do that after Dodd-Frank, or at least it's not as easy. So what do? They create these things called BDCs, which are basically private credit, publicly traded private equity firms. So if you see on my screen here, Blue Owl Capital, there's also Ares, and there's also Apollo. I think Apollo's, maybe it's, no, it's not Apollo. What's the other one? I don't know. Blue Owl is the one that I like to trade just because it's a little smaller than the other ones. You can see it's pretty small. So I think it's a perfect example of what we're showing you. So basically, and I don't even know how we got off of DB. Oh yeah, because we got into private credit. Okay, so what happened is banks can no longer lend to these middle market companies. All of these BDCs pop up, and BDCs are stuff like Blue Owl Capital. They're private equity firms that are they take on private debt or private money, and they lend to and acquire and offer debt servicing to like a $50 million software firm, right? So what Blue Owl will do is they'll get a line of credit from Deutsche Bank, or they'll get a line of credit from Bank of America or JPM or some big bank like that, okay? And then they'll have their line of credit, and they'll run a line of credit to the software company, okay? And then they also, since they're publicly traded, they can also use equity revenues to basically, get more money to invest in these companies. So what happens though when people software, Blue Owl does a lot of software. When software starts diving, and people are like, "Hey, I gave you $500,000 to invest in this software for auto dealers. Software is going to get eaten alive by Claude. I want my money out." What happens? Blue Owl says, "Actually, you can only get X% out. You can't take all your money out. This is called a gate." So in the private equity world, in the BDC world, it's called a gate. And so basically, what's happening now is people are en masse going to these private capital, these private credit lending companies. They're saying, "I want you know, I want all my shares. So let's say this just happened the other day. They came to this one company, they said, we want total. They wanted 14 of their shares redeemed, paid back. But there was a gate said you can only get 7%. So only 7% of the shares can be withdrawn. And this is quarterly. This is why they're called interval lending facilities. This is quarterly. So you could want to get your money out here, right here. And yeah, you can get some of it out. You got to keep the rest of it in. Now, what happens in the next quarter if we keep on selling off and it's down here? Yeah, you've lost a lot of money. Now, the problem with this, and the reason why it's bad that they don't let banks do it, is that the underwriting on these companies is notoriously sketchy. They're not as strict. They're not as they don't have as, because they're private equity basically. They don't have as many requirements as like a bank would, by like I don't know, FINRA, or not FINRA, but I don't know, something like whatever the banking regulatory agency is. So, and because they're publicly traded and because they're sexy, like, we're going to invest in the next software company, they draw in not as savvy retail investors, right? Bank operators tend to be more savvy, right? Now, what does this all mean? Private credit is selling off. This is a private credit facility. Bank of America just published and then unpublished this crazy thing where they're basically sent out a memo saying which European financial institutions exposed to private credit to short. And that's how we get back to Deutsche Bank. That's what started this whole discussion. We get back to Deutsche Bank, and here we are looking at the 417 $27 puts. So FSG rocks, exactly. So now DB probably has some more stuff going on under the hood that's bad than just private credit, because the interest rates that the ECB is actually thinking about hiking them now, which is insane to me. That's going to fuck up or mess up all their stuff. And also, who knows what DB is notoriously sort of sketchy. So if there is like a great unwinding on terms of the energy markets, they could be messed up. So I mean, there's 70 some bucks. I don't mind taking this one. What do you think, Geof?
No, I enjoyed listening to the story. I think we ought to just load up on the boat and just see if we can kill Deutsche Bank.
Yeah, let's do it. All right. So of April 16th, $27 put. 78 cents. Yeah, let's try 77. Let me drop it in there first. There you go, guys. Yeah, 77. Let's see if we can get 77, shall we? We'll let it work for a second. Oh, hey, ARLP is already up 8%, dude.
Yeah.
Soup's up 20%. George, yeah, OKLL is done. I'm not seeing 70. Let's just try 78.
I'm
All right,
looking 78 and it's not filling.
I got filled.
At 78?
Yeah. And I'm down, so you should get filled.
Cancel. Do it again. Buy. Single. I don't know, just didn't like my other order, I guess, because I just immediately got filled at 78.
Did you get it?
I got it.
Nice. Okay, so so yeah, guys, it's pretty interesting. I don't know. I like all that stuff. I like the financial mechanics. Um, Hopefully you got something out of it, and if you're bored, well, oh well. Just kidding. Housing market is interest rates, man. It's just interest rates. Though not around here. Crazy. Market is hot where I am.
What about doing a SPY way out of the money put?
I don't hate that. Let's look at the weekly.
I was actually going to say, somebody had mentioned it earlier. I was like, you know what? Now's a decent time to do that. I mean, obviously, don't bet the house on it, but as a
You want to know what I did?
What?
June 18, 385 puts on the SPY.
What's the delta on that?
Probably one. I don't know.
June 18. What?
June is the 18 June 26, 385 put. It's about $1.
Oh yeah. Huh.
And if they kill this market, you can probably easily double that. And you got a lot of time on it. So you're not going to get any theta decay on it for a good while. And so over the next 2-3 weeks, if they take the S&P back down to 34 or 6,400 or whatever, these are going to end up paying pretty well.
I'm just gonna look on the futures real quick to see if we have. So, it's interesting, Geoff, because we were going to talk about this. So you're doing way out of the money, and my sort of the way sometimes I hedge is I'll take out of the money put spreads, like debit put spreads. That makes it a little
Usually when I
cheaper.
do that, I won't go as far out of the money.
Right. Yeah, you can go closer for
Right.
cheaper.
And I'll usually do like a $20 wide put spread.
Interesting.
And usually you can get that pretty dang cheap also on the SPY.
Yeah. I just want to see, because I was going narrower than that. I just want to see what it would take. You said how far you think? Or spread width, I mean?
I always give myself about 3 months.
But what'd you say for spread width?
Oh, for the spread, I'll usually go out about 6-8 weeks. And then, well, let's go find one here real quick. SPY. Let's go look at.
And if you wanted to go cheaper, I know you guys are talking, if you want to go cheaper or something, you can always do like TQQQ. There's also SPXS. You can take calls on that. That's like the bear for SPY. Lots of different ways to play this. If you don't just want to take the SPY puts or do a spread, you can diversify quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go 5.
I also don't think with SPXS, let's see. Okay, yeah, you can't get assigned on that. It's not European.
So you can do like a 625, 605 May 1st for about $3. And if this thing dies off, I mean, your max profit is going to be right around $17 on it. I mean, you talk about risk reward. If they kill this market, take it back down to 600, man, make bank.
625 and 6 what?
625, 605, May 1,
3.
right around 310, 312.
Yeah.
It's bouncing all over the place. I like doing 20 wide spreads because if it really dumps, you can really cash in on it.
Yeah, I'm looking at future. I mean, we're bouncing on the 200, but I mean, shit.
I mean, darn. I mean, fart.
Darn it.
I mean, crap. Fire truck.
Yeah, the futures are bouncing off the 200. The SPY is below it.
Yeah.
Someone just said, "Why are we pumping right now? We've been pumping and then selling off and then pumping and then selling off and then pumping and selling off since 8:30 this morning."
Yeah, it's been weird. It's been weird price. Look, it's been weird price action.
The Russell's actually making a new high on the day. The
Really?
IWM.
Why am I not surprised about that?
Oh, whoa. Dude, that kind of changes things, man. Wow, we're getting a hard rejection here on the
Is
Q.
that the 200 day right there?
It's a 200, yeah.
Yep.
Ooh, lots of institutions like to live there.
I mean,
April, what here? Join our $1 membership. We have a lot of training in there for options.
I wonder if we'll get a pump at the end of the day.
Pump it up and then dump it tomorrow for quadruple witching day or triple
Yeah.
witching day.
Yeah, what do you think's gonna happen with that?
Well, here's the interesting thing is by 9:30 in the morning, all the March contracts are toast. They're gone. So after 9:30, it's just the June contracts now. So on triple witching day, I'd say it's basically 50-50 up or down. But the problem is they've come down so far on the S&P. I mean, the question would be, can they even get back above 6,700? So I don't know. I just have a hard time believing that they'll be able to do it. But right now, they're trying to catch a bid in this market.
Dude, are you watching this in real time?
Yeah, I know.
Crazy.
The Russell's popping highs,
It's
and
beating the low of yesterday.
yeah.
Hey guys, let's just keep talking about shorting it. Maybe it'll keep going up.
I know.
Let's see. These SPY puts are good for looks like maybe September next year. What do you think?
Well, I think this is Alex's fault for saying all those private equity, and everything like that getting trashed.
It just
And
went up
so
more.
the Russell decides to make new highs just to go offset him.
I know.
Because those are the trash stocks anyway.
Yeah, look at that.
Vertical. New high on the day. Breaking out.
I'm telling you, the Russell is taking off right here.
Some resistance here, though. Let's see if it breaks through. Pulls back to the range. Oh my gosh. They just said, if you got a credit spread today, psych.
Seriously, yeah. Hope nobody was doing it to credit on the 200.
Man, hopefully you already got out.
Yeah, this is it could be a fake out for tomorrow. It's so hard to tell.
Just keep talking about shorting it and it'll keep up.
Yeah, so markets are going down to 200.
Yep, that's right.
Price target.
Yep.
Well,
That's
the S&P 400 and the Russell just went positive on the day.
I know.
Oh my gosh.
What's the is that the RSP? No, it's just the equal weight.
No, the S&P 400 is EM. Well, I don't know what the cash is, but it's EM. No, EMD is the futures. Yeah, that one.
Oh yeah.
But it just went positive on the day. That's the mid cap S&P.
Interesting.
I watch it also. I never have traded it, but I watch it.
I wonder if futures is going to turn green.
Well,
I
in
can
9
tell you.
points they will.
Yep. Yep. Looks like, I mean, if you're looking at, 6716 might not be an unreasonable target for the day for today to close, but that's like 50 points from here.
Well, I still think it would behoove everyone to take some credit. I mean, either take a put on SPY or Qs or take some types of hedging. You can do the $20 wide, like Geof said. You can go even shorter, or you can go either more close to the money, go 10 wide, 5 wide, 1 wide. But just do, unless you go farther out though, like what Geof was saying, June, and really out of the money, I wouldn't necessarily take just long puts because they're really expensive right now. And again, they're going to be more sensitive to time. I mean, personally, so if you're gonna go put, you want it to be like an outsized risk to reward. So you don't want to pay too much, and you want to make sure that if it actually hits, you're gonna make like. So that's why that $1, way down there for June that Geoff mentioned was like great because it's like you're paying a little bit just for insurance, and if it works out, you make a ton. You don't want to pay a lot for insurance, and if it works out, you only get back a little bit, right? That'd be a bad insurance policy.
Right. But the way I look at it is, I mean, I spend $500 on puts, and if it dies, it dies. If it doesn't, just like my homeowner's insurance, it just goes away and I have to pay up again if I want to. But I just use it strictly for insurance. Call them pocket puts. Just chunk them in your pocket and forget about them.
Yeah.
And
Oh.
if the market dies off, you have protected your portfolio, whatever. And if it doesn't, then so what?
Yeah.
I just,
They're definitely
gosh.
cheaper. They're definitely cheaper now than
Yeah.
they were just
S&P just went positive on the day.
Yeah, I just actually took some calls there and same days and just cashed out while we're on the profit panel.
Yeah, I actually took a SPY 0DT this morning, and now I'm up.
Yep, you should be. Exactly.
I was down bad.
Yep, now you're up. This is still going. There's news right now. Something's going on.
Yeah, crude oil just dumped off too.
Israel helping U.S. open Strait of Hormuz. Oh well, now they got to price in rate cuts again. So
I don't know. I see Netanyahu saying there needs to be a ground component as well. That probably just means that they need to rise up.
they need to rise up. Man, I'm so glad we didn't enter that put. Oh my gosh, could you imagine?
I know.
Dude.
Netanyahu says that Iran no longer has the capacity to make ballistic missiles. Israel is helping the U.S. open the Strait of Hormuz. Wow. Yeah, that's what markets are reacting to.
So that could be like similar to what we saw a couple weeks ago where Donald Trump was like, oh, the war is over. That's it. It's over.
This war, he said that this go around?
Well, yeah, I mean, you remember that day that the SPY just went vertical on that Monday? He said the war was over.
Oh.
Do you remember that? Remember that?
No, I don't.
He came on and did it to talk. Geoff, you remember this? Look, tell me you guys got to remember that. I didn't just make that up.
I don't know. I can't remember him saying that the war was over. I remember him saying it won't last very long.
Okay, maybe that's what it was.
You're sleep deprived, bro.
Yeah, no, actually, last night I slept on the couch. I pulled a pro dad move. I slept on the couch last night. Slept a whole 8 hours.
Dude, I've been sleeping on an air mattress. My wife's, because even though she hasn't even given birth yet, she's just so pregnant that she can't get comfortable at night. I'm just like,
I know. My wife tosses and turns all night.
I'm a feather sleeper, man. I'll tell you, if anything, if like a mouse is crawling, I'll hear it.
Yeah, I'm with you, brother. I'm the same way.
Well, this is interesting, folks. I'm glad we got out of this oil call. I mean, look, we'll see. Let's wait to see what happens. Dude, I tell you though, it's just crazy that they say this news the day it hits the 200. It feels so coordinated to me. Isn't that wild to you guys? That like all the cues, the SPY, Russell hitting the 200, and then they come out that same day and they say, "Oh, yeah, Strait of Hormuz is going to open." It's just like they're playing with us, dude.
Oh yeah,
it's crazy.
I bet you they saw the market being down because Trump was probably making phone calls. Say, I got to turn this market around, make me look good.
Yeah, he's like, we got midterms right around the corner. Come on.
Look at IWM though. Wow, what an intraday move.
Yeah, the NASDAQ is up quite a bit now. The NASDAQ just flipped green on the day.
2.5%.
Look at this. Oh my gosh.
Energy transfer? No, I mean energy transfer is pumping too, which is interesting. Let's look at what are the wow, that's pumping hard.
Yeah.
ARLP is bumping hard. Oh, we should have taken CVX yesterday. Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying, man. It's like by the time you're saying you need to take on puts, it's like that's the max pain trade is that it goes up for you. Like it's really hard to time when this chaotic events. It's really hard to time this recently because it's just been going up and down and up and down, you know.
Okay. I hate to interrupt you, Alex, but you do have a special presentation on here in about 5 minutes, don't you?
Oh yeah. So hey, ladies and
Well, I
gentlemen,
forgot
I
about
want to,
that.
you know, we were talking about um we were talking about that after hours options thing that I've been doing. So today we got a 60% winner on and I've never seen anybody trade options like this. I'm so excited to see this trade today after this intraday move. Um, but like we actually trade after hours, and most people don't think you can do that, or they don't know about it. It's options after hours. Most people think it closes at 4. We actually don't even start until 4:05. So actually, what we're going to be doing, we're slow rolling this out to the public, this strategy, and I would love for you to see how to do it because again, we're right around like a 75% win rate with this. And we're taking a trade 4:05 and then we're closing out 9:45 a.m. the next day. So it's pretty freaking sick. We've had people saying that they've made a ton of money from this already.
Oh yeah.
And again, this is not actually public right now. This is not public. It's just for like a limited amount of people. So what we're going to do is we have a whole another room set up. Blake, you got that link. You can just click that and follow us over there.
Absolutely. And in about 3 minutes, I'm actually hosting that. So I've been instructed to start the stream exactly at 3:15. So those of you that do decide to join and take advantage, you'll be able to enter the next trade today and get on the train. Isn't that right,
Yeah.
Alex?
Yeah. Well, hey, Sean, you need one program, not 6 to 10. It's still all or nothing. That's okay. Go over there and watch that because it's really going to be cool. And yeah, I don't have anything else to say, man. Eddie, you'll see kind of how it works if you watch it.
Yes, we go through the trade tracker, and Graham actually has a segment at the end where he breaks it down and talks about it. So you'll definitely be able to get a chance to get a little bit of a walkthrough. I was there yesterday. You guys did an amazing job. So such a great presentation from the both of you guys, especially you, Alex, putting this on for everyone. And this new strategy is amazing. Just wait till you see the trade track, guys. I'm serious. It's incredible. So
Yeah. All right, guys and gals. Well, let's go over there. I'll see you there.
let's do it.
Let's do it.
All right, guys. I'm going to leave the room open. Links in the chat. I will pause the chat though, just to make sure we get everybody there. Thank you so much, Geof. Take it easy, and we will see you guys. Yep, we'll see you in the morning. All right, folks. I'm gonna pause this chat. Make sure we get everybody over there.